That's on hand. He is ripped. He is ripped.
Well, off we go in the Big 12 on what should be a great afternoon in Tempe with a touchback from Gomez. And we get to see Will Hammond right away. Mixed results in relief. Good running last week, but the one that has Texas Tech really confident in relief at Utah in the win in Salt Lake.
Yeah, very hostile environment. Went in and played great. And as we talked about earlier, he has total confidence of this team. Did really well against a very stout defense throughout spring ball when Baron Morton was down. So didn't fare well in his maiden voyage in the Liberty Bowl. Today's a different day, a new day, and a confident Will Hammond.
And it's on his shoulders to keep Texas Tech undefeated with the 6-0 start and their top 10 ranking atop the Big 12. Sold-out crowd surrounding the redshirt freshman quarterback who keeps it on his first snap and can't get out to the edge. Chopped down by Keith Abney after a yard.
He's not just a cover guy. Keith Abney could do that. A lot of those pro scouts on hand for him. As we take a look at this lineup, the Red Raiders go fast. They'll give us time here in a second.
First throw for Hammond. He is on target and shy of the sticks. Caleb Douglas for the first time.
Will Hammond, definitely a guy that loves to get hit, setting up a third and manageable, healthy up front. Something you can't say about ASU. And then Reggie Virgil, who Will Hammond just gave us that look, and he said, this guy has wicked speed. Try and get a matchup deep early.
It's very Bostonian of him.
Yes.
For the Austin native. So third down and short on this first drive for Texas Tech, and there's movement.
Both teams are going to try to negate a pass rush. Both of these teams have great pass rushes. See who this is on. Our referee, Luke Richmond.
False start. Offense, number 72. Penalty, third down.
Sun Devil Stadium crowd will eat that up. Hard count, just a movement, illegal snap, basically that hesitation dribble by Sheridan Wilson, the center.
So this crowd worth 5 yards early. 3rd and 2 becomes 3rd and 7. Hammond off play action. He's protected and a little high on the throw, but the adjustment from Virgil, and he's well short of the first down. Needed the 35. He's up to the 31, and it's punt time.
Really nice job by the Sun Devil defense. Defensive coordinator Brian Ward rallying to the ball. They brought one backer, picked it up in protection nicely, rallied to the ball short of the line to gain a big 3 and out.
Kenny Dillingham said it this week, his local radio head. This crowd needs to make a difference on every down. And 3rd and 2 versus 3rd and 7, the exact down and distances he named. And it shows up on the first drive. Well, that hit.
Ooh, that was live.
Yeah, that hit multiple Arizona State players, but out of bounds into safety. And then Arizona State gets the ball.
And as he told us yesterday, if he's playing, he's 100%. It's my best Kenny Dillingham impression right there.
It doesn't take much to get him excited, does it? And Sam Levitt to throw on his first play, and he threads it into tight space for a first down. Shimon Mateer, first on the board for Arizona State with a first down.
They've been waiting for another one to rise up, and it's been Jordan Tyson. Shimon Mateer can be that guy. Big, physical, does it in the run game, does it through the air. Love for them to get him going.
A 19-yard hit on the first play from scrimmage for Arizona State, and they stretch out to the edge. And they like to get their top wide receiver, Jordan Tyson, involved in the run game. And he is the headliner of this offense for Arizona State.
Yeah, I got a new center in there. Makul Pule in, no Wade Helton. Ben Coleman out for the year. Raleek Brown is the man that got to get going, the SC transfer. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he is dynamic.
Brown having a breakout season and facing the #1 rush defense in the country today. And it's back to the air and back-to-back touches for Tyson to bring up third down.
Bang, bang. So back-to-back there, had the jet sweep to negate the pass rush. Right there, the quick game / RPO. Nice job.
Well, David Bailey, watch him on this down, watch him on every down getting after the passer.
Yeah, 31-9, both sides, man. This guy reminds me of, for Sun Devil fans, Terrell Suggs playing for the other team. Big, physical, fast, just does everything exceptionally well.
Bailey standing up, bottom of your screen. Levin gets it away quickly, but it's knocked down. The other pass rusher is Romello Height. He had presence. So did Holmes, who's filling in as a starter today for Skylar Gilhoward.
They only rush 4 almost every step because they're really good. You see Height, 33, Holmes starting for the injured Skylar Gilhoward. Losing Skylar Gilhoward should deflate your program. They just step up. They've got A.J. Holmes. They've got Jaden Cofield. Duda Banks did the work in there a lot.
So Texas Tech forces a punt, and Coy Aiken inside his own 10 calls a fair catch at the 8 on a 42-yard punt. It's a week where they ran for 1,000,000 yards, it felt like. And they put it on the ground with Jacoby Williams, who is healthy this week off of that sore ankle, and a burst into the second level with a chain mover.
And there's 1,000,001. Yeah, we talked to defensive coordinator Brian Ward. Hey, you had a rough outing, and then you flip on the tape of this guy, of Cameron Dickey as well, right there. Pull and kick out. Nice job by punt and getting it started.
And a 19-yard gain is followed up by a sack. Prince Dorba being a game wrecker again, just like the last time here in Tempe.
Yep, we talked about him earlier. 32 can get off, just like, again, 31 to 32 on either side, man. Watch just a track start, pass rush, and then resets his path, levels up with Hammond and gets him to the ground. Well, Hammond's a big dude, 6'2", 215, and Dorba finishes.
He had 3 sacks. Dorba did the last time ASU was at home. His first helped set up this third down, as Hammond only gets a couple of yards.
QB run all the way there, designed QB run. We asked offensive coordinator Mac Lepwich, hey, how much kind of zone read-ish things, very similar to what Utah did against Arizona State and had great success last week. He said we would do that very little, just design QB run, try to keep Will Hammond as healthy as possible. Hard count.
Crowd turned up again. Hammond swings it out. Williams, a terrific pass catcher, but not into open space this time. He's shut down by Jordan Crook, who's a Texas native and almost was a Red Raider. He makes the third down stop.
Jordan Crook, man, I hope he's not wearing that chain that he was wearing at our meeting yesterday, because that was heavy and it would hurt the opponent.
Yeah, it just said Crook all the way across his chest. You think those are real diamonds?
Little NIL payment. That gotta be, right? Danny Dillingham not happy about the spot there, but great effort right there, finishing the tackle.
So back-to-back drives with punts for Texas Tech to start their day. And this is returnable, and there's space to the sideline. It's Sample tight-roping that boundary. So the Sun Devils force the punt. And then a good return to bring it back near midfield of 30 yards by Sample. And the Sun Devils, upset-minded today, go back in the March in a 0-0 game. Assembled a bunch of talent with, and one of the best defenses in all of college football stops up that first play.
Yep, so that means stay tuned, right, for fourth down decisions, trick play decisions, could be in the special teams game. Right there, a huge advantage play on that return. And thus far, his defense has answered the bell.
Well, this Texas Tech defense allowing 12 points a game. They're top 10 in college football in scoring offense and scoring defense. Arizona State did move the ball, a couple of first downs first drive before that pressure got to Levin. And he is pressured here, and down he goes into a herd of Red Raiders. It's Bailey, the nation's leader in sacks, getting home for the first time.
Bailey and Rodriguez, just watch him work. He's standing up right there. They let him have some freedom. That's actually a new position for him to line up to the field, play that inside. Ben Roberts, 13, helps out and celebrates.
Mark, only a matter of time for David Bailey.
Yeah, he normally lines up just exclusively to that boundary, but he's moved around today.
He's up to the field side here, and he's home again. Changing up the look. The result is the same for David Bailey. Back-to-back sacks.
He can only do this so many times. Here he is, right here, one-on-one, right there after the chip from Mateer. That's one of those ones, again, you got to get a little bit more out of that if you're Mateer, and that's just a one-on-one pass rush that almost everybody in America is going to lose to that guy.
Well, and then a short punt. Texas Tech's got to get out of the way. That's a live ball, and it's back into the hands of Aiken. Oh, two nervy punts already in this game. One for Arizona State. Texas Tech avoids a turnover. Just a one-dimensional offense, is it? Texas Tech known for their pass game. This team can really roll on the ground. And it's in the air on the first play of this drive. And through the hands of Virgil for second down. So with that run game, our Above and Beyond, sponsored by Jersey Mike's, be a sub above, is what Dickey did last week with 263 on the ground.
Yeah, and as you said, just did it from the first play from scrimmage, went house untouched. And to see if he can recreate some of that magic today. D coordinator Brian Ward from Arizona State must stop the run.
Well, this is his first touch of the day, and Arizona State does stop the run, but you do see it. He carries a pile with him a couple yards ahead.
Yeah, that was stopped for nothing. And he got even almost 4 out of it, setting up a much more third and manageable situation for this young QB and this fired up crowd.
2 drives, 2 punts. This third drive for Texas Tech faces a 3rd and 7.
Brian Ward, D coordinator, has had history of being a big blitzer, now more of a 4-man rush. Here it is again.
And they brought 4, they covered underneath and stopped Texas Tech shy of the line to gain again as Douglas was brought down by Crook.
Back-to-back plays by Crook. Elliott on hand. Watch him just play great zone defense. A bunch of eyes on the quarterback. Trigger as it breaks out. And it's him and Abney. Keith Abney, the second, their best cover guy. Tonight, he's been physical.
An Arizona State defense that's in a bad mood after giving up 42 points on the road and facing an offense with Texas Tech scoring almost 50 points a game. 3 drives, 3 punts, and the Sun Devils have it back in a 0-0 game. 2 years, and the Arizona State defense has stopped Texas Tech 3 drives in a row. Texas Tech defense has gotten some pressure in the backfield, and they do again. Doesn't matter who you put up there on that line. A.J. Holmes in for the Skylar Gill Howard, who's injured. He has the TFL.
Trying to run this jet sweep action for a second time. And watch A.J. Holmes, 33, just triggering straight upfield. Had everything defended there. The quarterback run, basically what is a triple option. If he gives it, he keeps it. Had everything covered. Well defended.
A mismatch. Heavy advantage interior of the line today for Texas Tech with the injuries for Arizona State. So they try outside, and that works much better. After the inside run went nowhere, Raleek Brown stretches it to the edge. He's got an Arizona State first down.
Yeah, if you can't find him, look for the, hot pink or hot orange shoes. Raleek Brown, watch the bounce. 6 Curry just gets eaten up there, had no edge to the defense outside of Roberts. That's what he does best. Bounce, uses athleticism in space, and finish on Pollock.
I'm with you. That is challenging my perception of color. Those shoes.
It's difficult. Yeah.
Well, back to the hot-footed Raleek Brown. That's his game. Speed, they want him outside.
Yeah, he is special. A little bit undersized, right? Stockton originally, now a junior. Was at SC. Now wearing the same colors here in the Valley. Has been outstanding.
And no Kyson Brown for Arizona State. He's out for the foreseeable future, in the words of Kenny Dillingham. So it's mostly Raleek Brown until he's back. And back to Brown and incomplete. So 3rd down and 8 ahead, and Texas Tech can pin their ears back now.
Yeah, that's those plays you you got to execute, right? Just got to throw and catch that. It might be a little sunny. You see Sam Levitt kind of checking the glare, but that's what Kenny Dillingham told us yesterday. Man, we just got to play catch, just the quick stuff. Could be the screen game. That's Sean Aguano, running back coach and legendary high school coach here in the Valley, talking to Raleek.
Brown is out.
Voodoo.
And just 3 guys coming to the pass rush. They almost got there. Levitt takes a shot. He's got a man. He drops it in. Levitt avoided the pressure and delivered a dime to Jared Hamilton. "49-yard hit on a 3rd down."
Big time shot here by Tillman. I think is kind of the spy that triggers. This is Sam Levitt in a nutshell. Just a 3-man rush. And as you said, 2 of them got there with pressure. He kept his eyes downfield. That is a big time play.
One of those intangible things they were missing when Sam Levitt didn't play last week. And the flag comes out. Yep.
Full start. Offense. Number 53. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
That look from Kenny Dillingham was like, man, we can't do that against this defense.
Get out of our own way again. Yes, watch the 2-man rush. Height gets there, creates the pressure. Sam Levitt, great awareness, eyes downfield, courageous, just oblivious to taking the shot. And a big-time throw and catch completion. And then a little self-inflicted boom. Back yourself up.
And Brown right into the teeth of that interior for Texas Tech again. Jacob Rodriguez, who seems like he's on the ball every single time.
Yes, yeah. Jordan Tyson has been outstanding. He will be a 1st-round draft pick, barring some crazy thing. And you saw Jaron Hamilton make that play to meet another compliment, trying to get McLean going, Sabio going. But this guy, Zero, again, special, 6'2", 200, elite.
And he's up at the top side with Dante Balfour shadowing him. And that is knocked down. It's Jacob Rodriguez. Back-to-back plays that he pops again.
Pass knocked down by Hunter. 3rd
Jacob Rodriguez, we met with him last night when we met with David Bailey, and Will Hammond, and the big cowboy hat wearing Rodriguez was excited for this matchup for that. Just all the little things that he thought he had tells in their RPO game and getting the blitz, getting hands up and batting that ball back. That's a Jake Rodriguez play to a T.
So it sets up a 3rd down. And 11 away quickly. Raleek Brown shifting around. He's inside the 20, but well shy of the line to get. And Arizona State will bring the field goal unit on.
Rodriguez. 8 of 5.
The grass stains. That sums up that 3-play sequence for Rodriguez. He made all 3 of those plays.
Yeah, really nice job by Bryce Pollock there, turning the play back in. Raleek Brown made the initial. Really, Lee Hunter was the only guy in the area. Pollock turned it back to the cavalry.
The snap comes from Kay Davis. Canyon Floyd, the holder for Jesus Gomez, who will try to break the scoreless tie off of his left foot. And Arizona State is the first.
Through your defense, still a ton of confidence on that sideline.
Gomez just hit the 34-yard field goal, and his kick is through the back. So with that scenario at play, Texas Tech has told us that the only way Baron Morton would go back into the locker room, get his pads, and play today is if Hammond went down, Mitch Griffiths, the backup, went down, and then Morton became...
Yeah, a Clark Kent moment, right? We're going Superman.
Right, but this is some pressure on Will Hammond right after 3 punts. College football playoff, Big 12 championship, those sort of things. Hang on the redshirt freshman in a big way today.
And the thing he did last week, he didn't throw it great, but he ran the ball well, executed the offense. When he had to make big-time throws, he did. And again, played through the defense, a lot of ball left.
He moved his tight end in motion, throws behind Douglas, who adjusts and can't get away from Ghost Rouser.
And that's what this Arizona State team is doing that they couldn't and didn't do last week. is rally to the ball, tackle the football in front of them. Last week, basically a triple option type of attack from Utah, and a healthy Devin Dampier. You couldn't rally to the ball. You couldn't play these types of zone defenses that they've done a great job early.
What was that about the bug in the windshield?
Yeah, got to be the windshield or be the bug.
And more sure tackling as Hammond is stopped up by Arizona State's interior.
And this crowd feels Sam Levitt and his big-time playability. Kenny Dillingham in that sideline, and certainly this defense who is playing lights out.
3 straight punts for Texas Tech. Late in this first quarter, a 3rd and 5. Hammond floats, sideline, and incomplete. He wanted Douglas. He wasn't open. Keith Abney had the coverage, and it's punt time again for the Red Raiders.
One of the many Texans on this Arizona State defense playing with that little extra juice. Right there, Keith Abney, just great coverage, great patience. Was in ideal position, didn't have to do a thing, and watch it sail out of bounds.
Baron Morton, he has the IFB in, locked in on the play call. And that is blocked. With flutters upfield. So Arizona State gets home with Roman Petrie and eliminates some of the yardage on the punt.
Yeah, Roman Petrie kind of looked like a little Eric Gentry there with that extension. Watch him get up. Big mitt on Burgess, split the double team. Again, just great effort. Kenny Dillingham will award that effort. That's one of those men's men. He was just running his gap, and the Texas Tech protection just didn't finish. Roman Petrie took advantage.
So 32 yards on the punt for Burgess, who usually is over 40 yards per punt for Texas Tech. And Sam Levitt takes a shot off of the quick change. A flag is out. The pass is incomplete. And there are 2 markers down at the 25. Brendan Jordan, the man in coverage, looking for another big play to Jaron Hamilton.
Yeah, just great protection off this action. And no question about it, a little cheating. He knew he was beat late.
Pass interference.
Right there, the
Defense,
grab, turn,
7,
restrict.
15-yard penalty. First down.
Jaron Hamilton moved the chains.
Hamilton with 2 catches on the year. One was on the last drive for 49. The other catch was for 44. So when he gets targeted,
Big time. Yep.
Texas Tech's defense knows it's coming down the field.
Yeah, they talked about Hamilton, talked about Malik McLean, another guy they're trying to get going.
Relief Brown motioning back in, fake to him. Levitt sings it over the middle. It pops up, bounces around, and ends up in the hands of Jordan Tyson. How in the world?
60 minutes.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah, really a dream start for that guy, and he's panting and huffing and puffing and groaning because he knows what that team is capable on the other side. But so far, so good as they're stopped on that early down.
David Bailey sets the edge, and this is the area of the field, or inching toward that area of the field he was getting at with Jen. Settled for a field goal last time down here.
Too many field goals for them thus far this season. Part of that is, when you get down here, everybody knows, hey, again, Jordan Tyson is the capital G-U-Y that they've got going. He's up top right here. See if they can get him singled up at all. I anticipate them moving him around and attacking these safeties. Tonight, you can kind of get who you want against this Texas Tech defense. Here they come.
And a quick pop out, and it's incomplete. Ooh, that was a catch and turn. That could have been trouble. Yep. But good coverage from Amir Boyd, the Phoenix native.
They don't pressure very much, but right there they brought 5. See the action down here. Really good awareness and trigger by Jordan. I'm sorry, Boyd. Said Jordan. Boyd on the trigger, reading the 3-step, the quick game from Sam Levitt.
A meaningful day for Amir Boyd. Mountain Point High School is 15 miles from here. And he's in front of friends and family today. That's into tight coverage, and it is dropped on a potential pick. Cole Wisniewski had a jar free at the end.
On the tip drill reception, and Tyson probably got away with one thrown. It really threw a linebacker.
We'll go.
And right here, great protection. They did a great job taking care of the pass rush. A little wayward in and short that time by Sam Levitt. Got to miss outside. Got to throw it to a safe spot for Tyson.
Wisniewski is the roof of this top 10 defense.
Oh, Jesus.
And we'll see if that's the difference between 3 points or not, because Gomez is out from 47. Hit from 34 earlier, and Gomez strikes it through again. 6-0 trail. They are undefeated and, for the most part, unchallenged. The biggest margin of victory in college football on their 6-0 start. Trailing 6-0 to start this game on the road. Returnable kick, and it creases up the middle. Into that second level of the kick coverage team goes Jacoby Williams. So this dominant start for Texas Tech, first 6-0 record since 2013 when they started 7-0. And they've beaten each of their opponents by 24 plus points, including all 3 of their Big 12 games. And before the Jesus Gomez 2 field goals, they had not trailed at any point.
It's incredible. Incredible. And you said it right before that, the 2 field goals. This is the first quarter that they've trailed any part of the game. See how they handle it right there, man. Props to Maurice Williams, another Texan who saved a touchdown on that kickoff return.
So Will Hammond back out there and handing off on first down to Williams. And here comes the rally again. Boogie Wilson up from safety with the first down stop.
Flat-footed at the third level. Boogie Wilson just playing like a roving linebacker and triggering and run throughing the ball carrier and limiting the gain. Big time play.
We asked Joey McGuire what he would say to his team if they trailed for the first time. And he said, our message this week is mission focus. If we trail, buckle up.
Buckle up.
That's what I'm going to tell my team. And into a tight window, Coy Aiken. Well, their toughest guy, moving the defense ahead for a first down.
That's a confident throw right there. That's a confidence-building throw, and a guy that plays with confidence. Good timing, good location from Hammond.
So it moves, then Dickey spins off a hit and makes something out of nothing. On a 3-yard first down carry.
Talk about, if you're a Sun Devil fan, Matt, that play right there looked totally different from last week. Multiple bodies in the box. See the talented tight end, Terrence Carter Jr. limping off there. Not a good sign, but just outnumbering the bodies in the box. Again, challenging Will Hammond to beat them with his arm.
And Carter's a guy that helps him with those numbers.
Yes.
So without their very talented pass catcher, it's Hammond into space, spinning off the first hit, and he gets dump trucked. Boogie Wilson again. Bringing up third down for Arizona State's defense.
Washington State transfer, Boogie Wilson. Watch Hammond bounce it outside. And 6 is going to come to picture right to left. Run through. And wheels it down. Blazing Lono Wong on hand to finish it. A little high flying. Big time play.
High flying cartwheeling on the hit for Hammond, who faces another third down. Haven't converted yet today. On a 3rd and 7. Avoids pressure. Keeps the play alive and delivers the first third down conversion of the day. Reggie Virgil on the receiving end.
Reggie Virgil, the guy we talked about earlier with wicked speed, he would have run for a touchdown. 2 Sun Devil defenders fell to the ground.
And this play stopped.
Teddy Dillingham's almost taking it, feels like a momentum timeout, a little basketball timeout right here from ASU.
Oh, we'll see. We'll check back later on our Aflac trivia question. First third down conversion of the day for Will Hammond sets up this first down, and he spins away and lunges down to the 36.
Smart job there by Will Hammond. Don't put the ball at risk. That was his personal check down, kind of reversed it back into traffic, got down, protected himself. 2nd and 6.
keeps it on the ground with a patient run from Dickey, but there's nothing there. Man, they are filling the run much better than they did last week with Crook in the middle.
Really nice job that time. Jordan Crook fits the counter play, pulling the guard, backside tight end, and Crook just runs through the would-be kick-out. I think that time of John Carlos Miller in for Terrence Carter Jr.
So it's another third down.
Showing pressure.
With a bunch of Sun Devils stacked up on the line of scrimmage. They're nosing who's coming. They're bringing almost all of them. And Hammond gets it out quickly, and it's knocked away. Batted down by Boogie Wilson, who is having an excellent day in coverage for the Sun Devils. Fourth down.
It's one of those ones, you know what they're going to be in. You get the zero check from both sides. Will Hammond's got to keep it moving, throw it to the outside armpit, and a great play. That Texas Tech sideline was certainly calling for a flag, but that's a big-time stop right there. Setting up fourth down.
Offense not going anywhere. It's 4th and 6 for Hammond in this offense. Haven't gone a lot this year. 3 of 5. We had a big one in this second quarter.
Oh, man.
Hammond through the hands and incomplete. Aiken had it behind him, took a shot, and off they come on the Sun Devils sideline with Keyshawn Elliott delivering the boom. Well, there are 10 undefeateds left in college football. One went down yesterday. Texas Tech will have to rally from this slow start if they want to remain untouched.
Double dipping this weekend.
Well, fourth down stand for Arizona State's defense that has had an impressive response from getting beat badly last week, 42-10. And they haven't allowed anything against this high-flying Texas Tech offense yet.
Texas Tech outnumbered right there, just like ASU did. And just as you said, this is a pride check type of game, a must-win to stay in the Big 12 conference title hunt. After the loss on the road without your starting quarterback, this has to be the big-time response, and so far, so good if you're an ASU fan.
Perfect balance for Marcus Arroyo calling the offense for Arizona State. Here's the 11th pass of the day, and it's on target, and it'll be a third down and short after Harpole gets near the sticks.
Got nothing on that first down run. Again, the quick game to this tight end group. Harpole is something that they love to go to. Mateer has done a nice job of that as well. Sets him up, just as you said, third and manageable.
You don't have Kyson Brown. You might see in this situation is a little bit heavier of a back. They do have Kanye Udo, but he's on the sideline as the bigger back to Brown.
Lots of folks in the box.
And they sweep it out to the edge, and the speed of Texas Tech shows up. Wisniewski shuts it down.
It's a big-time safety play in this game. We saw Boogie Wilson right here starting the jet sweep, all those bodies in the box. You got to make this play one-on-one in space. That is a big-time stop by Wisniewski.
He has played in big games his whole career. National champion at North Dakota State. And in his first year as a starting safety for Texas Tech, sneak stop, and this is blown down.
Timeout, Texas Tech. Joey McGuire smelled that. Smelled that his front was not ready for that quick tempo QB sneak.
Timeout.
Great awareness that time by Sam Levitt as well.
A 30-second timeout.
Okay, so Arizona State, they showed sneak. Do you stick with it? First, you keep the offense out there, and second, if you do, it's the same look.
This is definitely one of those changing of the odds moments that Kenny Dillingham talked about. Any chart, any analytics, they'll all say 100% go right here. This is just, he told us yesterday, I'm a gut guy. I go by my gut. If I want to reset the odds for my team, I'll go for it, whether it's in this situation, fourth down, touchdown over field goal. So right here, we'll see what his gut says.
Some of that was by necessity last year. He became kind of college football's version of Dan Campbell with the Lions. And he has maintained that this year with some more injuries on special teams.
And unbalanced again here. All the eligibles are up top. Nobody else at the bottom.
11 back behind center. Off play action on 4th down. He takes a shot and nobody there. So Texas Tech gets their stop. Kenny Dillingham looking for a flag. So the Sun Devil fans, but the Red Raiders have a stop.
Right as he was encountered, you see Zero Tyson up top. It's just one-on-one. Bryce Pollock, your best against their best. Just a little grab of that belt.
What do you think?
Throwing the arms up. You know, is it enough for a restrict to get that call in that situation? It has to be holding rather than pass interference since the ball wasn't in the air. And I certainly get what Kenny Dillingham is saying.
Was it enough?
Probably not. Where that ball was located. But if you're wearing pitchforks, absolutely.
So 11 and Tyson can't connect. Flag stayed in pockets. Texas Tech gets the ball back in plus territory. And it's Dickey. And the run game, for the most part, has been closed off. For what it's worth, Mike Pereira agrees with you. Not enough to throw the flag.
He's a brilliant man. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
You guys are usually on the same path there.
We are.
With those.
We are.
Some call that synergy.
Yes, they're in 4-down mode here for sure. This phase of the field, trying to get Will Hammond back some confidence and now take advantage of a potential momentum.
On the weekend, and Elijah O'Neal was the injured Sun Devil, got caught underneath the carry. A couple of linemen over the top of him. He's back up on his feet. And on the sideline before this 3rd down and 4. It's a run. It's Dickey, and he is stopped. Arizona State first to the party with Miles Rouser. And Geika also in there. 4th down.
Yep, we're going for it on 4th down, setup run. The motion out of the backfield by Will Hammond. Direct snap to Dickey, trying to get him going with a little different flavor. See what ASU has to answer. They have nickel personnel as per usual.
Dickey, the bigger of the two backs, stays in there with Hammond. They just stalled on a 4th down last drive. Keeping the kicking unit on the sideline on a 4th and 1. And it is Dickey, and he plunges ahead with a Texas Tech 1st down.
Just a little eye candy motion and a derivative of what Devin Dampier and company had success with last week. You'll see the motion go over the top and just opening up that bubble for Dickey to finish in a big time 4th down conversion.
Needed 1, got 6. What was that? Nothing. You good?
I'm good.
All right. Texas Tech back in plus territory after their last drive turned over on downs. Looking for their first points of the day.
Nice protection.
Hammond given all day. He double clutched. Wants Aiken in the end zone. Touchdown. Contested catch, Coy Aiken. A 30-yard beauty from Hammond for the first points.
Just a dime here from Will Hammond, away from the safety, coming down and over the top. You see Boogie Wilson. He's did so many great things in the run game. Can't get there to help in the pass game. Boogie Wilson says no. He's not impartial. Man, great effort over the top by him. So he's got to survive the ground. Definitely got right foot and left foot both in bounds.
It's upheld. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, this was really a tough one to see. And unfortunately, Gabriel De Leon, who is that, the field judge? the best shot we have. But move over, Gabriel, because it looked like the ball might be coming loose. But it is one of those, I think, with all those shots that it just wasn't that clear and obvious. I kind of feel like it was more incomplete than complete. But again, not clear and obvious. And I agree with staying with the call.
Mike Gabriel's going to end up on one of your weekly videos, isn't he?
He was in position, just doing his job.
Well, call is upheld. Thanks, Mike. And Texas Tech with his PAT a chance to take the lead for the first time. And Stone Harrington slices it through. Another reliable Coy Aiken. Cowboy Coy, as they call him. One of their toughest dudes makes a really tough catch. Puts the Red Raiders ahead. We're out for 30s.
Used car shopping?
Right back with a 4th down conversion and a touchdown. Our scoring summary sponsored by Modelo. Now recruiting full-time fans. Please drink responsibly. So 4th down, stop Arizona State. 4th down, stop Texas Tech. 4th down, get
yep.
Texas Tech, and a touchdown.
Yep, the controversial no call there on Jordan Tyson. The gambling from Kenny Dillingham. He'll certainly do that again if he was in that situation. Maybe it's a different call, maybe execute it slightly differently. But that was a big-time drive. Will Hammond converting their own 4th down and then a dime to Coy Aiken.
Kenny Dillingham still upset about the flag that wasn't on the 4th and 2.
Understandably so.
And that stop turned into Texas Tech's first touchdown of the day. To the outside, Raleek Brown dancing. And it got away from the couple and out across the 30 on a 1st down carry.
That's a big man he's running away from right there. Lee Hunter, all of 330. Auburn, UCF now at Tech. Just a dominant force inside. You have to pick your poison here if you're an offense. All right, we got a double team Bailey. Oh, okay, we got a double team Height. What about Hunter? What about Holmes? Gil Howard had been outstanding before being injured.
Levitt out of his hands quickly. 1st down. Tyson is past the sticks.
Amir Boyd in space there on Tyson. At any time you get that guy on the ground in space, there's the motion to create the free release, speed cut, good timing with Sam Levitt. And can't tell you how important that tackle is from Amir Boyd.
Well, Boyd had the pass breakup early that could have gone for a touchdown. Tyson on him for an 8-yard hit and a 1st down. Levitt escaping, showing some mobility back from that foot injury, but not getting very far away from Lee Hunter. There he is again, Mark.
Yeah.
Jen, you got more on Jordan Tyson?
Absolutely, guys. You know, he's so cool, calm, and collected out there. And part of the reason is the experience and the people in his circle. His brother Jaden plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, certainly knows how to be a pro, how to approach the game. And Donovan Mitchell is a big mentor to him. So when you have professional athletes that have been there, done that in your corner, in your ear, it certainly helps you in your growth as you are in this collegiate experience trying to prep for the next level.
Then he's got Spider-Man in his corner. He's got Heinz Ward in his corner. And back out to the edge. And close to a 1st down again for Tyson. He is marked a couple yards short, and he stays down. Grabbing his midsection.
For an injury.
Oh, and writhing in pain as he hops back up.
Yeah, hopefully that's one of those things that's funny later and not a groin issue, let's say. Yeah, Heinz Ward, Kenny Dillingham and company have done a great job. Jordan Tyson, the guy, again, that 0 jersey, just think of it as 0 issues. The guy has 0 issues, leader, does everything right, and now he's learning how to work hard. It's a bad situation.
It's a handful.
Temporarily.
Yeah, that's a handful. Well, 3rd and 2 without Tyson, who is a very popular 3rd down target. Honestly, a very popular every down target, but especially on this down, he's not out there for Arizona State.
Unbalanced again. All the eligibles to the bottom of the screen.
Well, they've got Jeff Sims in at quarterback, and their running backup quarterback is ahead for a 1st down. So a little different look. The starter from last week making an impact in this game.
And a nice job by offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo sneaking him in. Your guy Jordan Tyson is out. Everybody's worried about that. Sneak Jeff Sims in there doing what he does best.
Sims starting the Utah game, but getting a healthy Levitt back. The one and only snap so far today for Jeff Sims. With the regular quarterback back in, Levitt unleashes a rainbow. He's got his man. Flag is down. Jaron Hamilton with the catch. And we'll see.
talking about alignment. They were unbalanced here. So somebody had to be on the ball, somebody had to be off the ball.
There is no foul on the play. It's first down.
So that's what they were discussing. One receiver was on the ball, one receiver was off the ball with the inside tight end. That time, Mateer and then Sam Levitt just heaving it right as A.J. Holmes Jr. bears down. And then look up and see and make sure. Is my guy Jaron Hamilton going to go up and get it? Brendan Jordan can't get in chase mode enough. That's just a big time throw and catch.
40-yard plays only for Jaron Hamilton. 45 on that play. That's first and goal, Arizona State. Chance to take the lead right back. Patient Ron Brown, stuttering those feet. Can he get a push? He will not. He stopped at the 2.
Total sellout to stop the run here. They know Sam Levitt, they don't want him to run the ball a bunch, doesn't want to pull the ball a bunch. So everyone collapses down. There's room to roam there if they ever want to pull it.
He's looked pretty mobile.
He's looked great.
At about 90%, Sam Levitt, and this play is stopped with flags all over the place behind the defense.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Poulet in there, and hey man, good luck. You're the third string center going against probably one of the best defensive fronts in America. And right here, just a little, that hesitation dribble. That's an illegal snap. False start.
That's their third string center. There's little twitchiness going on up front. Lee Hunter was pointing out the left guard who he thought moved. And Levin on the hard count, nothing doing. And they'll let it wind to the 2-minute timeout.
To the 2-minute timeout, yeah.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Well, a little defensive grinder.
Tremendous throw to Jaron Hamilton.
Another 40-plus yard catch for Hamilton. Set up this goal to go.
Empty.
Take to Brown. Feet set. Lob back. And incomplete.
Yeah, good throwaway. Really good awareness by Sam Levitt as Romello Height was in his kitchen and didn't want to take a shot.
Coverage from Pollock. He was all over Tyson.
Yeah, that was well defended. Had both tight ends trying to get involved right there. Both in protection, and then his sliders in the naked game.
So Texas Tech looking for a goal line stop on a 3rd and goal. It's to the sideline for Brown. Here come the Red Raiders to rally. John Curry out on the edge and a timeout for Texas Tech with 1:46 to go.
Yeah, watch 6 here. Play it with him.
Texas Tech.
If you're playing safety in this game and you're wearing 6, you're playing elite football. Watch him run downhill, gain ground. Turn it back into his help. Ben Roberts, 13. And shockingly, Jacob Rodriguez was there. Lucky that ball didn't come out. Big time space play.
Yep.
From John Curry.
Well, that's what Texas Tech has been so impressed with Curry moving to the outside this year. He is an inside linebacker by trade, and he's running like that in space at 230 pounds.
Yeah, 235, hometown kid. Lubbock Coronado.
Well, they needed to find a way to get him on the field, so they decided, you know what?
Yeah.
Go learn to play Sam linebacker.
Yeah, between Rodriguez, Roberts, Ramirez, it's tough to crack that lineup.
So chip shot attempt for Gomez, who's 2 for 2 from 30-plus and 40-plus today. This one from inside 30 at 26. And for an Arizona State lead, Gomez is perfect on the day. Well, it was a flag that was picked up that got Arizona State down there on that play to Hamilton. And they cash it in for 3. Mike, what'd you see on that play that led to them picking up the flag?
Yeah, it's interesting because you heard referee Luke Richmond say there's no foul on the play. Well, there is a foul on the play. You'll see the line judge at the bottom of the screen throw the flag. The flanker is offside. And the interesting part about that is really you got to call that it's a dead ball foul, because an offensive player in the neutral zone at the snap, you're supposed to shut that down. So there was a foul. And if properly officiated, they would have shut the play down.
Yeah, great catch by you. I was thinking of I thought one of them thought they weren't aligned properly. They were aligned legally as far as unbalanced rules, but like you said, encroachment, lining of offsides, got away with one.
A lot of nuanced things in this first half that have gotten us to 9-7.
It feels like a 9-7 game.
Fourth down stops. A couple of flags that have brought Mike in for us, and good kickoff coverage from Arizona State. Running it down again. Tate Romney on kick coverage. Still going after that first championship at the national level in college football.
The dawn of the Fiesta Bowl, right, is why that all that came about.
We're part of Hall of Fame weekend here in Tempe. That's why they're wearing the throwbacks. As Hammond goes up the gut. One timeout and a minute and a half to go until the break.
That was great awareness right there by Hammond. They were starting a little twist game up front. He saw it, aborted mission, got north.
On a 2nd and 5. Out to the flat and close to the first down. They'll mark him short. Reggie Virgil was driven out of bounds by Robinson.
Reggie Virgil did a great job of trying to get out of bounds. Javen Robinson was on hand there to escort him out, but able to stop the clock.
So Hammond calls his own number, and he has a first down. So that stops the clock to get the ball set inside 2 minutes. A big drive for Texas Tech. Arizona State
for an injury to a defensive player.
Has an injured player and also get the ball out of halftime. Sun Devils do.
Yeah, ASU won the toss, deferred, and that worked out, right? They got a 3 and out. Got off to that fast start Kenny Dillingham was trying to get, and now they'll get the rock in the second half. Ideally for them, stopping Texas with a ton of these Tech players.
Will Hammond dumps it down into the flat, and that's a loss. It's saving some clock, but a loss of yardage for Dickey.
Yeah, just got to have awareness there if you're Dickey. If you get to the bottom of the numbers, that's where you're taught to basically show your numbers in that situation to the quarterback. And what that does is slow him down. Plenty of time to catch and would have been able to get a chunk game.
Quick one to Aiken, who is inbounds and shy of the first down. One timeout for Texas Tech, and the clock winds inside a minute.
If Joe McGuire's going to let this ride, hold that last timeout as long as possible.
And Texas Tech with some urgency, with Arizona State getting the ball after halftime. On a third down, Hammond has it knocked away. And Dickey would have been short of the first down even if he had caught it. But now a 4th and 5, clock paused at 42 seconds.
Great trigger as Will Hammond is affected. That big left mitt and just affects that ball enough. Elijah O'Neal back in there and healthy and making a big time impact, especially with Prince Dorma being down.
A couple plays after Dorba goes out, they get the third down stop with some edge pressure. And Burgess away cleanly. And a good punt. And a good tackle. Ooh, baby.
That's right there.
The three Stashman, as they call him in the linebacker room. About 33 seconds for Levitt and Arizona State to do something before the half. And he is off the mark on first down to Raleek Brown.
That was my bad. He immediately looked at Sam Levitt gave to Raleek Brown. They had a nicely well-designed play at a lead blocker out in front. And that's man, that was a chunk play that I just took off.
Raleek Brown literally shaking it off. He was shaking his head back to the huddle. He had visions of a big hitter. Instead, incomplete. Second down. And it's on the ground with Brown, and he is wrangled down after a short game. So not hitting on that first down play. Looks like Arizona State content getting the ball at halftime, just take it into the locker room.
Yeah, Texas Tech with one timeout here. Wise decision, going with the momentum. Get the field goal to make it a 9-7 lead. You're getting the rock first. There's a lot of things they didn't do great, but Kenny Dillingham would be jacked at this result thus far.
That is the end of the first half.
The defense that they've played, holding Texas Tech to their fewest first half points since November of 2023. Almost 2 years since Texas Tech had just 7. You can do it every once in a while, knowing they were going to face the good backs of Williams and Dickey today. Booming kick through the back of the end zone gets us started in this second half. So Sam Levitt layering his passes. We've seen him hit a couple of deep shots today. Behind the line of scrimmage, not much doing, but he's lived short and deep so far.
Yeah, had probably a throwaway, a screen for a loss, and another basically throw right at the line of scrimmage. That's why it was -2, trying to, again, negate this talented pass rush with the quick game, with the screen game. See what each team decided to have to commit to.
Three-team tie at the top of the Big 12. Texas Tech, Cincinnati, BYU. And that's tipped. Eusebio makes the catch anyway. And the rally comes to get him for no gain. David Bailey with the tip.
Yeah, Bailey with the tip. And again, that just felt more urgent. Bailey with the tip. Brendan Jordan with the trigger tackle getting downhill. 2nd and 10.
Bailey a couple of first half sacks. They came on back-to-back plays. And basically the entire plan for Arizona State today on offense surrounded the front four for Texas Tech. Levitt out of his hands quickly and through the hands of Mateer, his tight end. Instead of 3rd and short, 3rd and 10.
Yep, his security blanket. Great rhythm, great location that time by Sam Levitt. And Shimon Mateer just got to squeeze it here. And as you said, man, 3rd and 2 is a lot more fun as a play caller, a quarterback. Just no eyes to the tuck that time by Mateer.
Arizona State was 2 of 8 on 3rd down in the first half. And those pass rushers coming. Levitt steps up. He's eyeing the sticks, and he steps through to get there. Foot's feeling all right. He wiggles his way for a chain mover.
Great awareness. The match coverage underneath takes all of the defenders with him. And as you said, there's proof in the pudding. A little hurdle over Curry through Rodriguez to earn every inch of that first down.
Well, there was an injured Sun Devil back behind the play, Malik McLean. Their second wide receiver. It's down after the 14-yard gain for Levitt.
He is a giant, 6'5", and still tremendously gifted speed-wise. Penn State transfer. Double dipping. Florida State, Daphne, Alabama has turned out a guy or two.
The shoe was off for McLean as he went to the sideline. So without their 6'5" target, they had a 1st and 10. Out of the belly of Brown, and his receiver looked to be blocking. Harpole was downfield blocking. Mateer was the closest receiver. Incomplete.
That time again, just awareness. David Bailey, the athleticism, gives Levitt a read there, a zone read action to pull it and then throw off of it. And he says, okay, I'll defend everything. I'll defend the running back, defend the throw, tip it, whatever you need.
11 David Bailey sounds like a real long day. He's standing up on the bottom side near the bunch. And Levitt into the flat for Brown, who's ushered out of bounds. Well, they just converted on a 3rd down and long. They face another one on the second half's opening drive.
Yeah, not where you want to live, obviously, if you're playing against this defense. Can't get enough production. And right there, 3rd and 8 again. Watch these pass rushers. It'll be a pass rush game. You've got 9 Romello Height up top right there. David Bailey is here. This remodeled ASU offensive line has scrapped today.
Well, they run a game. They picked up Height at the end of that game, and the throw is incomplete. Pollock with the tight coverage on Tyson to make it 4th down.
Defended by Pollock.
Polak is their guy. Big corner, 6 foot. Again, best on best. One-on-one outside. Face up, not enough contact, not enough restriction. So Tyson's got to plant and come back and get it to draw a flag if you're going to get it, but he's in good position.
As you mentioned, best on best. That's a pride matchup today for Polak against maybe the #1 wide receiver in the NFL draft off the board next spring. A low punt, and it takes an Arizona State bounce, and some yardage is saved by Aiken just ahead of the 10-yard line. So the low liner backs up Texas Tech, who'll get the ball for the first time in the second half.
That's the only way Joey McGuire thinks that they can get around this elite level tackling from ASU today.
Well, Jen, that's exactly what it's been. Stopping the ground game, it's been flawless, especially compared to how Arizona State tackled last week.
And they really haven't taken advantage of Will Hammond's ability to do the zone read action a la Utah from last week. It's been that just box over outnumbered run.
He's hit over the middle into a dangerous area. Put his receiver in a perilous spot there.
Boogie didn't think he was going to throw it, and if he did, he might be dancing in the end zone right here. His eyes track back, never saw the safety coming down on it. 6 Wilson and the big guy Terrence Carter Jr. It's good to see him back in there, but put him in a tough situation.
Well, they get him back. Another Red Raider is down. Terrence Carter went over toward the sideline and then is back down again after he left the game earlier. In mid-second quarter, Carter never went to the tent. It took a few plays off. Back in here in the second half and back on the turf.
Just taking a look at Hammond again. You see where that safety's coming from, downhill. I guess he did see it, just didn't have the ability to get back up and make the play. And this is going to be one of those situations. Terrence Carter Jr. started to walk off,
and he's headed back into the locker room for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, not a great sign there, man. That guy is a stud. Really, their best tight end by quite a little bit as far as the football side of it. And feel for the young man as well.
So it's John Carlos Miller in there as the tight end on this third down. Hammond looks his way, makes a twisting catch, ball pops out, and it's picked off. Martell Hughes off the ricochet. Steals one for the Sun Devils.
This is timeout. For an injured player, the offense.
Hammond going through his progression. Just got to get this out right now. Ball should be gone. Just hanging on it a little bit too long. And a great play by Hughes. Montana Warren. The pressure, the tip. John Carlos Miller just in for Terrence Carter Jr. And a big-time answer, flip it, for Martell Hughes.
A Marshall, Texas native against Texas Tech. Montana Warren with the ball-jarring hit. It was Martell Hughes with his second pick of the year. And Miller did stay down after that play, too, so it's getting thin in the tight end room for Texas Tech.
Yeah, they use those guys a ton. Definitely the talent of their offensive unit is the 3 talented receivers, along with these running backs who, to this game, they have been very, very productive, and ASU has answered the bell.
So the game's first turnover has Arizona State looking for their first touchdown after settling for 3 field goals in the first half. It's a play fake. Levitt steps in and out of the pocket. Now back around. He keeps on dancing and finds his man underneath Mateer, who has a first down. All that lateral movement finally got vertical. First down, Arizona State with another injured player down. Man.
Yeah, a ton of guys down. Initially, just exceptional protection up front. Watch the action. This is Texas Tech in a single high safety defense, which they do not do very much. Off the counter action, Raleek Brown. They eat the route on the back end, and then Levitt just running for his life. Lee Hunter. Multiple players have a shot. Great job finding Mateer.
Well, that's the good news for Arizona State. The bad news is their stud wide receiver, Jordan Tyson, was grabbing the back of his leg in the end zone.
There's Tyson down at the bottom. Ran a little post corner, I believe. That's not good. Usually, gosh dang it. Soft tissue on air.
Good news is he's putting his helmet back on.
Elite hair too, flip back.
No doubt about it. First and goal without Tyson on the field for Arizona State. It's a run for Brown and into the waiting arms of Jacob Rodriguez. He got just 1 yard.
The only thing you're correct about, he wasn't waiting. Guy's coming downhill, man.
The raging arms?
Oh, man. They're just so fun to watch, so disciplined. Him and Ben Roberts playing together, Bryce Ramirez playing together, the back end fitting with them. It's almost unfair matching up now this newly minted defensive line with these linebackers, and they weren't beat out in the transfer portal. Ben Roberts and Jake Rodriguez just rose.
They've been the centerpiece of this Texas Tech defense that has forced field goals and 2 trips down to the red zone for the Sun Devils. Levitt with pressure, away from the first surge, but not the second. They meet at the quarterback again, Holmes and Heights with the second down takedown. A loss of 8.
So some max protection, some chip protection, and right here 5 out protection. And watch how it starts. It's 31 Bailey off the edge, one-on-one, Ihanachour, tough. And then it just turns it right back to the fellas, as you said, A.J. Holmes, Height, and company.
So backed up at the 16 on a 3rd and goal for 11 and the Sun Devils trying to extend their lead at 9-7. And on the ground with Brown, he finds a crease and it closes before he can escape for the touchdown. Off Ihanachour on the edge. Brown almost busted it.
They're going to stay in offense mode here.
They got 12 of the 16 they needed, and it's 4th and goal from the 4.
You ready for some hard count? First of all, maybe get it half the distance. He's trying to tell the students, quiet, and let's celebrate a touchdown together.
Remember what Kenny Dillingham said about playing a great team, going against the odds and needing to flip those odds. Rolling the dice again on a 4th and goal from the 4, up by 2. Levitt scans, off his back foot, it's incomplete. Texas Tech holds for the moment, but there's a flag down at the quarterback as Levitt got hit. Well, some of Texas Tech's defense thinks they're off the field, but maybe not. David Bailey.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 31. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
It's Bailey called for roughing the passer, and it's 1st and goal, Arizona State.
They're trying to get Shimon Mateer on the double move here. You'll see that over here. 31 came through. They're just supposed to finish there.
And Sam Levitt's out of the game. It's Jeff Sims at quarterback after the roughing the passer. Sims takes the snap out to the edge. He spins his way toward the goal line, but the ball comes out.
10.
Arizona State gets it back off of the punch from Rodriguez, and Tyson saves the day for the moment for the Sun Devils.
Watch this punch out. 10's coming inside out. Roberts got him bounced right there. Wow. Clinic tape every week. It's amazing. And a Sun Devil friendly bounce.
Well, Sims out of there after the fumble. Levitt back at quarterback. Turns into no gain, and they push ahead, but didn't get there. No gain. Terrell Tillman the stop. Hunter with some more to say about it to Levitt.
I'm gonna love it. The center and Levitt were on one program. It's like the old QB sneak on the goose, and it was just those two that went on the goose. It's tough sledding in there.
Third down and goal. Levitt, wide open Tyson. Arizona State cashes in with Tyson back in there on a fake.
Here he is. Watch the little rub route action here. Completely legal. Well designed and executed that time by Malik McLean and Jordan Tyson, and a little limp there at the end.
I couldn't tell if that was my leg actually hurts or if that was the dead leg celebration. Yeah, Gomez sticks it on the extra point, and the Sun Devils have their first touchdown of the day. Roughing the passer from David Bailey kept it alive. But it all started with the interception from Hughes on the big hit from Montana Warren. Sun Devils 16-7 over Tech.
World, the time has come to.
That led to the Martell Hughes interception. And then the near takeaway for Texas Tech in the goal line, and the punch out by Jacob Rodriguez was covered up by the Sun Devils. That led to the touchdown. Another thing that set up that touchdown was a 4th and goal roughing the passer call on David Bailey. What was your perspective on that, Mike Pereira?
Yeah, I really like the call by Luke. Here, he's going to drive him into the ground. Watch, he's going to wrap him up and then take a couple of extra steps, then throw him into the ground and drive him into the ground. That's punishing. You see the center judge is down on that also. So good call for roughing the passer.
Yeah, two immediate flags, definitely the right call. And as you said, Connor, the Sun Devil friendly bounce, setting up the pitch and catch to Tyson. Now Texas Tech has to answer, and this is a chance.
Dickey has been a home run hitter the last couple of weeks, and he bangs out of bounds after a first down out to the 45 on a 20-yard carry.
It's their version of counter, just wadding everything up and bouncing it outside using his deep threat speed, as we've seen the last couple of weeks.
He hadn't been able to break free until that run, and Hammond lets it fly. That was tipped, and Boogie Wilson was in the area again. Douglas shut down by Abney.
Yeah, just a miss. This is a RPO to that void off that same action, off the counter action. Just a miss. Will Hammond is kind of raised up. Got to give Douglas a chance. He's a big old target, 6'4". Hard to overthrow that guy.
Hammond starting for Baron Morton, who is in street clothes. Out injured today. Hammond was hit to the sideline and incomplete. Pressure from Elijah O'Neal off the end. And he got to Hammond to bring up third down.
Just a 5-man rush that time. And as you said, Elijah O'Neal, he's going to be the player. Just runs through John Carlos Miller.
That was end on tight end. And he
9
planted.
on 9.
All Morton can do is watch as Hammond tries to navigate this road crowd on a third down. There's pressure again. He's sacked. Arizona State goes flying in there to bring up fourth down. Anthony Cooper, the man that gets home.
In the middle of it. Watch 56 on 96. He's engaged. He's working outside. He cannot lead that guy that had the front set, or the center was locked up on Watley, and passes it to Air. And Air gets to the QB.
Fair catch. And after Anthony Cooper
just run today, 2 catches for 94 yards.
flag is out. Before Arizona State can start their drive.
False start. Offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, first down.
A big window here in this afternoon for the undefeated teams in college football. Saw Miami lose last night. That shrunk the list of unbeatens to 10. Boise State is beating UNLV. Undefeated, UNLV. Ole Miss is down against Georgia. Another unbeaten here. Texas Tech is down 16-7 with the Sun Devils on the ball mid-third quarter. After the penalty backed him up, Levitt to the air. And for the first time today, it's an underneath catch for Jaron Hamilton. The other 2 went for 40+.
Come on, Jaron, you just killed my stat there. Just really hurt he had a 47-yard average. Little ball control action.
And a casual 7.
Yeah, casual 7.
Well, he's a guy that Shieldwood didn't have much in the game plan for because Arizona State hasn't shown much outside of Tyson in the pass game.
Yeah, it's been all run game, and then Tyson, and then a little bit of Mateer, a little bit of the accessory guys.
And that goes into tight coverage and incomplete. That was knocked out of the hands of McClain.
It's an incomplete pass, third down.
Ben Roberts came off the edge there and just tried to muddy the picture there from Sam Levitt. I think there just missed the edge. You see Roberts, 13, and then 7, Jordan reacting back inside. And that's just it's a drop. Pollock doing his best Jacob Rodriguez impression.
So Texas Tech a chance to get off the field on a 3rd down and 8. Levitt into the flat. 1-on-1 in the open field. The Sun Devils win, but the ball comes out. It's stripped. And Arizona State, following the play, got back on top of it.
Big Clem.
Jalen Clem from his tackle position followed it on the Mateer fumble on another punch out.
Romello Height that time with the starting the chainsaw, ripping it out. Just a total credit to this ASU offensive lineman right there. Jalen Clem following the play. Multiple players. You see Obibo in there as well.
Bailey twisted around Levitt. He's running away from trouble. Calling for receiver help, and he has to run out of bounds. But right now, Arizona State living dangerously with their ball security. Almost lost one on the punch out of the goal line. Almost lost one on that 3rd down.
Yeah, some fortuitous tips, 2 drop picks. And right there.
On a 2nd and 7. Long throw out to his back, Brown. And Levitt showing the arm strength to wing it out there and move the chains.
That great arm strength. Nice play design that time. Get Amir Boyd out there in coverage. Malik Brown just bang, bang, making a miss in space. First down.
Arizona State likes to control clock. They've run 12 more plays than Texas Tech today. 209 to 88 through the air. Getting their starting quarterback back. And no Baron Morton on the other sideline for Texas Tech, their starting quarterback. Levitt protected. Mateer's open. He makes a juggling catch down to the 30. Moving in a hurry, Arizona State with back-to-back chunks and another first down.
Hard sell play action pass set up by the run game that they have been able to get started. Mateer's going to start on this right side and just kind of get lost here to the boundary. Great design and execution from Sam Levitt.
23-yard pickup. And then a fresh set of downs. A bunch of movement for Brown. He went in, then out, then back in. And Levitt throws the opposite way to Harpole. And give him 8 on that first down. Pass and catch from Levitt to Harpole.
These 2 tight ends, you see why they want more, because these guys are capable of it. Mateer does great things, run and pass. Harpole just really working into his role after transfer from San Diego State. And Levitt operating.
232 through the air for Levitt. And back to the air, and almost another highlight for Jordan Tyson.
Wow.
He's made those plays before, but not here with the secondary crashing in on him.
The go-go gadget looked like the corner jumped outside. You see the corner's head outside at the bottom of the screen. That's a great funnel by him to the help. That does not account for the go-go gadget. Wisniewski just making him think about it. Levitt just going, man, 6 inches. Give this guy any kind of chance, and he's going to hoover it.
Go gadget in a minute. Good callback.
Very long.
3rd down and 2. And it's Brown moving ahead. They stop the forward progress at the 20, and that's the spot they need for the first down. Kenny Dillingham signaling first down, and now they do give it to him.
Yeah, early whistle here. You could see that the ASU Rugby Club was on hand there. Big old scrum wad that was moving to the end zone. Usually they'll let that play out, how that was set up. But the nose is across the line to gain.
Well, sustained drive here, Mark. 9 plays. 10th play coming up.
Yeah, dream drive here. Keep that talented offense off the field. Being multiple from Marcus Arroyo, offensive coordinator and company.
A bunch of guys stacked up in quads at the top, and they just run right through the teeth. 5-yard pickup for Brown. Get halfway to another first down.
So they're getting a lot of unbalanced, a lot of emptying right there. That's empty, unbalanced. Then bring Raleek Brown back in the backfield and run it. A lot of thinking going on that defense. Great execution.
A defense that has not been tested in this way. Averaging just 12 points a game given up.
Same thing, 4 by none. Nobody down here is eligible.
It was a run up the middle last time. It's a throw into that unbalance this time, and Texas Tech does adjust. As you said, a lot to look and think about, and they made a quick change with Roberts getting to the carrier.
Tackle by Roberts. Loss of 4 of the play.
Yeah, you feel the urgency right here of this Texas Tech group. This is a great time for a double move. ASU had that double move on earlier. That led to the roughing the passer. They got home, but roughed. That's the thing about this front, to get these double moves, the Mateo wheel routes, you got to have great protection and start from there.
Texas Tech has forced a couple field goals in the red zone today. Levitt and ASU scored down here last time. He's on the move, eyeing the change, wins the foot race as the ball's punched down. The spot he got to was enough for the first down. Jacob Rodriguez with another close call on a takeaway, but hit it out before Levitt could give it up.
Yeah, a little 10-on-10 in space. They won't get the fumble forward, but they will.
Back to the spot on the fumble, which results in a first down.
Yeah, so they will give him the first down properly. Wherever he initiates that fumble and loses possession, out of bounds forward, they bring back to that point. That's enough for a first down, enough for first and goal.
First and goal, Sun Devils from the 10.
Man, if you're Texas Tech, that's 3 times now. Ball's almost going the other way. Earlier on this drive, late last drive, and then late on this drive again. It's Brown with a little burst ahead. He's down to the 6 for a second and goal.
Great tempo that time by Raleek Brown. Just a little hesitation dribble. There was enough of a gap for him to get physical and vertical for about 4.5. Again, he's just about a $190, 5'9".
Making Texas Tech respect the run today. It hasn't been a flashy day for Brown. 3.5 yards a carry. But he's been the bell cow with no Kyson Brown for the foreseeable future. Extended drive brings up a 3rd and goal.
Brown carries.
More penetration. Yes, Pollock head up on him on this critical 3rd down. It's a run for Brown, and Texas Tech is all over it. Jacob Rodriguez stuffs the run. It's 4th down following the orders of Coach McGuire.
Big stop. Massive, massive, massive. They've had a couple issues handling snaps. A couple of high snaps on the punts that the punter has dealt with. always opens up that possibility in this big-time moment.
3 of 3 day for Jesus Gomez. This another shorty. Trying to make it 12 for Arizona State. And his 4th try of the day is another one that he knocks through. So Texas Tech gets their 3rd down stop, forces the field goal, but Arizona State took half of the 3rd quarter off of the 2nd quarter. And it's all on his shoulders in the final 4:14 to keep the 0 out of that lost column. Williams will give it a shot. He reverses field. He has lightning speed. He's out across the 40. The kicker, Gomez, wrangled him for a minute and slowed him down, but not before he gets to plus territory. Jacoby Williams back and healthy with that ankle and making an impact on special teams.
He's with a home run hitter as a running back right here, looking right into that desert sun. Watching precedent just like a running back, 2 guys with. And right when he made that cut, you knew he would square up the kicker, make him miss. But as you said, Jesus Gomez, all credit right there to turn him back, slow him down, and let his fellow Devils rally.
Well, in a 12-point game, it's Hammond back on the field with big help from his running back, Jacoby Williams, to set him up. Dickey gets out of there. And Arizona State dropping linemen and throwing into the flat. It's caught by Virgil, who square dances his way to the spot where he caught that ball. And a flag comes out at the end of the play.
Penalty marker down.
I'll correct that. That might be a shoe. A shoe or a flag? That was a flag.
Unless somebody threw their shoe, that's a flag.
Unless it's Raleek Brown's shoe. It could be any color.
The chameleon of shoes.
That's a flag.
Yeah, that is.
Mike Pereira has confirmed that's a flag.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 4, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
The ghost. Miles Rouser, this guy who is flagged, you see him. Not there, maybe it is later. That must have been the one that was flagged. Questionable.
So that moves the ball up to the edge of the red zone for Texas Tech. They're looking for a quick answer back after the 16-play drive that netted a field goal. Hammond protected. He rifles it to the end zone, and it's knocked down. Tight coverage. Javen Robinson, stride for stride with Virgil.
Yeah, Javen Robinson, great coverage, great patience. And this is a little bit later. Yeah, there it is. Great catch by our guys. No doubt about that one. That first one should not have been. That absolutely should have been flagged.
Williams had the big return in the special teams game. He comes back next to Hammond. It's a quarterback run, and good feet from Hammond. He stepped his way out of a couple of tackles and makes this an easier 3rd down try.
Jacob Rich Kagaika makes him miss in the hole. 298 pounds right there in the hole. Would have been down in one-hand touch, but it's not one-hand touch.
One-hand touch? Who plays one-hand touch? Always 2-hand. And the crowd has been into it all day. Arizona State trying to get another 3rd down stop. As Texas Tech used the big return in plus territory to march down into the red zone. On a 3rd and 5. Hammond again on the ground. And the quarterback showing his toughness, rumbling ahead. Needed 5, got 6. Drive carries on.
You know they're in 4-down territory. Got to get 2 touchdowns. Beautifully led through that time by Cameron Dickey. And the physical finish. Be careful with that ball, Will Hammond. Don't reach.
Well, remember, Terrence Carter went out of the game. One of his favorite red zone targets at tight end. John Carlos Miller in there in motion. And it is Miller who gets the ball and doesn't have far to go. Ghost Rouser there to make the hit.
Miles Rouser, really good awareness recognition that time. Basically, version of an option route there to the flat by John Carlos Miller. Good throw and catch execution and a good finish by Rouser.
Hammond has done it on the ground a couple times this trip to the field. And he's on the move again. A little inside shovel that is dropped. Incomplete pass.
Running on the field, pass. It's incomplete.
And Cameron Dickey with the bobble and the drop.
So that's another way to negate this pass rush. Watch the little work here. It's another version of a zone read, option read, that time a power read, and Cameron Dickey does the no-look catch. Very difficult. Catch it with your eyes, tuck it, then go. Take care of the rock here for Texas Tech. 2 downs here. Everything's 4-down territory from here on out.
On a 3rd down, Hammond retreating, and he gets pummeled. Pass is incomplete. Boogie Wilson right up the gut to plant the quarterback.
This might be grounding. We're going to see.
Pass to be 4th down.
Okay, they had a little discussion. See if there's anybody in the wad here. Bringing 0 blitz. Right up the gut. End up bringing 7. That ball's definitely moving forward. And then the thing that I thought they were going to check and confer on, the running back was in the area. Good no grounding call. Now it's 4th down. Now you reach the ball.
11:31 in the game. Offense for Texas Tech on the field on a 4th down.
Showing the same blitz. The 2 linebackers and the safety. Double barrel pipe. Joey McGuire is going to use a timeout and talk about it. That's one of Brian Ward's classics, D coordinator. We saw him bring that against Washington about 12 times.
Charge timeout.
Years ago.
Texas Tech. This is their first timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Well, trying to make up a 2-score deficit for Texas Tech. That might be one you want in your pocket later.
It is. No doubt about that. They know Brian Ward well enough. A lot of relationships on this staff. He worked with the offensive line coach Clay McGuire. No relation to Joey McGuire. And they knew that is in his menu. And he brought it at the exact right time right there, almost causing a turnover. Right there, making a burn, a very valuable timeout, and setting up 4th and 6.
We'll see what he dials up again in the loudest part of the stadium, going into the students. A crowd that's hungry for an upset. On a 4th down and 6. Here we go.
Watch this guy back there hovering. They're showing the blitz again, and now they're checking to something else.
It's check for check. Arizona State signaling on their defensive front. Now they drop a couple guys out. They run an option. Dickey, nowhere to go on the edge. Dancing around, he escaped, and he's out of bounds and stopped. Clayton Smith, the first man there. And Arizona State gets it back to the delight of their crowd. Smith, a guy that reached out to Texas Tech because he wanted to play for them. Unproven as a transfer, they didn't take him. He's on the other side today and just came up with a 4th down stick to get it back to the Devils. And it was as loud as it's been all day on this 4th down stop.
3 safety stack behind here. This is the blitz they brought the play before. And this is the, okay, let's show it. They know I've got this. Let's get to a speed option. Great against that. Not great against that. Hey, bluff, check out of it. Red 7. And the 4th down stop.
Running that option at arguably the most athletic guy on that defense. Bruce Feldman had him on his freaks list. Clayton Smith. And he set the edge. So back to operating for Sam Levitt, the Arizona State offense, with a 1st down hit to Tyson. And remember, Arizona State last time on the field drained half of the 3rd quarter.
7.5 minutes. And right here, they would book that all day long. They'll milk this play clock all the way down, and they'll use that ball control pass still, just like they did to Tyson to get this drive started.
12 more minutes of possession for Arizona State. Trying to hand Texas Tech their first loss of the year. And Evan, off the body of Brendan Jordan. It was thrown right to him. Off his face mask and incomplete.
Wow. Just watch the timing. You got a shallow route coming, and then this little trailer concept there by Harple. Harple doesn't see it. I think he loses it in the sun, and then it's going 700 miles an hour. It's Jordan in the lid.
So add it to the growing list of
the doink list.
That too. That wasn't the exact list I had in mind. The growing list of near takeaways for Texas Tech. So it's a third down, and Brown is along the edge and into space, shedding a tackle. First down and plenty more. So Arizona State, Brown is down, grabbing his leg after a 22-yard gain.
Official timeout for an offensive injury.
Weird. Hopefully that's just a cramp. But just watching circle the defense here. Nice job up front again. This offensive line, this makeshift offensive line against really certainly the best front to date in this conference, one of the best in the country.
Arizona State's lead back. Brown stays down. 12-point Sun Devils lead. To add to that list of 3 undefeated teams that have already lost this weekend. How can they slow down Levitt in this offense? It's caught by Brown out of the backfield. It'll be a second down for Arizona State and 5 to go.
Really good execution by Levitt and Robinson. And then Ben Roberts coming in hot. Great job hanging on to the rock. Man. How come you never call me Man? That's a great nickname.
I can't. I didn't know that was on your list of demands. There's the other man motioning into the backfield, and it's Levitt out of the back, and he's close. He dove ahead. He's right at the marker. Needed 5, got exactly that first down.
Yeah, nose right across that line to gain. Any question about this guy's toughness? Nope. Leg looks fabulous. Check. Now just take care of the rock and take care of your body if you're Sam Levitt. Got to keep that man happy and this fan base happy.
And 250 through the air for Levitt. There's also to give them some action on the ground as well. And this underneath to Harple and out across midfield. So inside 9 minutes, Arizona State marching for the second straight drive.
On a lot easier than the one that went hot behind him and hit Brendan Jordan right in the face. Going away from the sun now on that angle. So you got to account for here.
And we keep going back to that. The close plays for Texas Tech that almost changed the feeling of this game. Arizona State living on the edge with that ball security. Are draining more clock ahead of the 2nd and 3. Levitt keeps again. Levitt is dumped down. So the clock will wind inside 8 minutes. Third down for the Texas Tech defense.
Offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo just again in his ear there. Each time you snap it with 7 or 8 or 9, that all adds up at the end. Milk this all the way down. Great awareness right there to run to space. They are challenging him to pull the ball and be a runner. And he's answered the bell that way too.
A mental grind today, calling this game against the top 10 defense in college football. Play clock down inside. 5 seconds again as they snap it, and it's incomplete. Arizona State wants a flag. It doesn't come. So McLean is shut down by Amir Boyd, the kid from Phoenix.
Let's leave the game due to his helmet coming off.
So his lid comes off. The Mountain Point native can smile at his family. And let's watch the slant he's defending. Or grabby. Those hips turn. Certainly could have been called. ASU probably got away with their left tackle jumping there as well. So, a wash.
So Texas Tech gets off the field midway through the quarter, and that got a piece. And this is returnable. Texas Tech getting home on special teams. Then they bring it back the other way with Kelby Valson, their backup receiver on special teams, with an alert play after it was tipped on the punt. Is that the moment that can get Texas Tech going? Scoreless in this second half, 60 years.
Started the scoring right here. Will Hammond to Coy Aiken. Great protection and a dime, securing the catch, celebrating early. But then Sam Levitt says, I got this. I'm going to get my guy, Jordan Tyson, clean. We're going to force a fourth down stop and a double check out.
So after a blocked punt, Will Hammond gets rid of it and benches it. Mark, this Texas Tech offense has been on the field for less than 3 minutes since halftime.
Yeah, this is just the urgency that creates, again, you start doing things you shouldn't do, checking the things you shouldn't check, maybe forcing one or two, but right here, 7:15 left, 19-7. This is the entire game here is going to be 4-down territory for Tech. Take care of the rock. Pivotal.
And trying to come back with their backup quarterback Hammonds, and he banged it in there, but incomplete. Coverage from Abney. And the NFL draft prospect has had a good day knocking balls away.
This second slant inside out, and just a straight up drop that time by Caleb Douglas. That's where you just wonder, hey, does he have 100% trust in this guy, or what's the relationship versus him and Baron Morton? That's the type of play that you wonder.
3rd and 10. Hammond underneath. It is a first down with Miller. But more involved in the pass game after Terrence Carter went out, and Miller moves the chains.
Nice little screen design, letting Giancarlos Miller just present himself after the chip. Great call.
Inside 7 minutes to go. Hammond out quickly, and it is caught. An adjustment made by Miller on back-to-back plays for a short game.
He said, I can step in for Terrence Carter Jr. There's some room down here in the middle of the field, up those hole shots to the sideline.
Off a play fake. It is to the sideline. It's underneath. And Douglas makes up for the drop, coming back to get it.
They're just going to let them do this at this point all game long. Defensive credit Brian Ward, just 5-yard gain, 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain. No gouges, no punctures.
That one went for 5. It's a 3rd down and 1. Well, pressure shown, and there's the flag. I say timeout or flag? That's a flag.
False start. Offense. Number 56. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Davion Carter, the right guard.
And the sideline just kept going. Hey, man, go. Let's go. Get up and get going. Right there, Carter flinches with Jordan Crook coming from depth.
So 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6. An already juiced up crowd adds a little extra after they influence the penalty. Hammond dancing. Hammond ahead for the first down. He's down to the 25 as the clock drips to 5.5 minutes.
Kind of the same thing, right? A version of the same thing. Tech just doing what they need to do to move the chains, get a first down. ASU happy to keep it all in front of them.
Well, it's been 5, 6, 7-yard pops as Texas Tech has moved it down off of a blocked punt. First down and 10 for Hammond. Well protected. Hammond delivers a dart. It's caught by Virgil. He worked back, and the spot is a yard short of the first down. So give him 9. And inside 5 minutes and winding for the Red Raiders, down 2 scores.
Deep little post curl action that time by Virgil, threatening the vertical with his speed. Hammond shutting him down perfectly.
He stays underneath. Aiken caught. First down inside the 10. Texas Tech scoreless since halftime. With their best chance to go down and make it a 1-score game here.
They have thrown that fade flat to that boundary a bunch of times, and Arizona State is triggering big time. That's another time where you can have a double move off of that.
Aiken coming in motion. Hammond's eyes to the flat. They do to Dickey. Instead of the double move, they keep it simple. An inch toward the goal line on 2nd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, Reggie Virgil. 1 on the shallow. Picking Robinson. Getting that wheel route started.
And Texas Tech has not run the ball nearly as well as they did last week as the field shrinks here on 2nd and goal. They keep it in the air. Hammond to the outside. Robinson is all over Virgil, who's a yard short of the touchdown. 3rd and goal as they creep and creep and creep toward the end zone.
Yeah, whip route, selling that slant up top.
2 plays to get 1 yard. Hammond is off the hit and pushed in. Stopped for a loss. He said no. Fights his way for a touchdown to make it a 1-score game.
Dink, 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 and right here, just Tebow mode. Flash fake to Dickey, the 215-pound running back, and then sheds Jordan Crook, who is probably their best tackler on defense. That's really well fit by Breedlove. Hammond just finished.
We visited with Hammond yesterday. What did he tell us? I love to be hit. Put me in the mix. Even though our starting quarterback is out, I'm still going to run the ball, run it tough. And some belief was just restored to that huddled up group of Red Raiders because of that guy, Will Hammond.
Great drive for them. 3:45 now. Flips it over to ASU, challenge them. Still have 2 timeouts, this much time left. This is a time where you freely kick it away. And ASU just has to get a few first downs to end it. Tech obviously has different ideas.
That's 7 teams in the Big 12 with either 1 loss or no losses at the start of the day. BYU later tonight, one of those 3-0 teams, along with Texas Tech. Cincinnati also 3-0. Arizona State just 1 game back with a 2-1 start in the Big 12.
ASU is missing a guy here. 7, that's 10. There we go. 11 comes on.
Coaches are the best people in the world at counting to 11. They're all over it.
Conventional return mode.
And Texas Tech just cut it to a 5-point game. And that's through the back for a touch. And needing another stop to put the ball back in the hands of Will Hammond, their backup quarterback, who just let him down for the touchdown. Levitt running out of time, throws sideline and didn't get it there. Oh, Jacob Rodriguez off his fingertips, and add that to the list for Texas Tech.
Add that to the list, and he gets Sam Levitt. Man, you admire the competitiveness. You admire everything. They got a little pressure that's going to come here and get to him. It's actually Roberts on the other side. Just throw it in row 17. Throw it into row 17. Don't even try to make that play.
I think he was trying to get it there, right? To the sideline and out. Didn't have enough steam on it and just survived it. And Brown picking his way ahead. Texas Tech stops him after a 2-yard pickup. 3.5 minutes to go, and the biggest third down of the game has arrived.
Biggest third down of the game, and then this is where the 2-minute timeout really plays to Texas Tech's favor here. If they can get a stop, they had to use that timeout that they effectively wasted earlier on the 4th down kind of situation, miscommunication, and setting up this money down right here. They're in man coverage. The linebacker tracking the back.
Now Brown motioning out. Levitt pumps, and he can't escape. It's Lee Hunter with the takedown on the third down sack.
Big Lee. They're going to save their timeouts. 6'4", 300. These ends get so much credit, and deservedly so. And the big man just swipes, sheds. The coverage made him pull it down. Great finish. Legal, clean finish.
And a short punt off the side of the foot, and it's returnable. Aiken is down the sideline, and he bullies his way inside the 15. In a flash, Texas Tech is on the doorstep of a lead.
Remember that last punt got tipped? That's got to be in the mind of the punter of this situation. Look clean. Here's Aiken. And is that a game-saving finish tackle?
Well, a party late into the night was on the minds of these fans just moments ago. It still is, but it is a little bit more nervy now. Hammond in this Texas Tech offense, and he's just 12 yards for the lead.
If you're Hammond, you're getting hammered right here. 4 down territory. You have to score a touchdown. Don't take any risks. Take care of the rock.
Play fake. Hammond, sideline, back shoulder. Virgil twists to grab it. And in a hurry, Texas Tech is right in front of Arizona State.
He'll be in go for 2 mode. That's just an unbelievable answer. Will Hammond, right now is the time for your best throw of the day. Finished, full command. Virgil has elite speed, great tempo on that back shoulder. Javen Robinson can't react, and this is big here to increase it to a field goal. Don't let ASU return it and retake the lead.
They put it on the shoulder of Hammond. He fires, incomplete. There is a flag. Right where that route broke, Douglas and Robinson tangled up. Keith Abney in the area as well at corner.
Held on the rub route, it looked like. Basically the same play that ASU ran. It's a version of that.
Defense. After this is goal, we'll retry.
It's on Keith Abney.
Yep.
That disrupted the timing for Douglas.
He is a lockdown corner. It's his job. It's his role, right? Just locking him down. A little too handsy, but man, is that guy good. Take 2. Now is it on the ground with the run efficient Will Hammond. Could it be another? It's another version of a zero blitz here by the ASU defense.
Penalty inches it forward. It's a quarterback run. Hammond gets to the edge with a boom to the goal line. 2-point try is good. Field goal lead for Texas Tech. Undefeated and unchallenged so far this season. Texas Tech from behind, up 3 at the 2-minute timeout. For Texas Tech was setting up some 2-man punt returns. First a block, and then Coy Aiken, one of those guys that was back there, brings this all the way to the 12.
Yeah, they said ASU really sporadic as far as the spread of where the punts landed, and just a big-time throw, big-time catch, and then the boom, physical finish into Boogie Wilson. You said he liked contact. That's about exhibit F that we've seen.
Now, how about the dynamite of the last 145 for Texas Tech? 15 points in a minute 45.
And if you're Sam Levitt, Kenny Dillingham and company, you're looking at each other on that sideline, look at each other in the eye, going, perfect. They left us too much time.
Well, remember the way the game finished last week. The put-away punch was Will Hammond on the goal line at the pylon, inviting the contact.
Looks familiar. Same pylon, same action, ball security. It's going to be on a lot of highlight tapes if this Red Raider team finishes this deal.
That 0 still in the loss column, doing it from behind today for Texas Tech. Now in what Kenny Dillingham has called the toughest quarterback he has ever coached. Sam Levitt is back on the field behind center, needing at least 3 points at the end of this game to extend it. And over the middle to his favorite target, Tyson, who's out across the 30. Give him 6 on the first down pickup.
Great job handing the ball to the official right there, resetting it, going quickly.
5 career game-winning drives for Levitt. Hoping for a 6th and an upset, and it's knocked down. The active hands of the front for Texas Tech get there one more time with Holmes.
A.J. Holmes Jr. in for the injured Skylar Gill Howard, who had surgery and is kind of out for an indeterminate amount of time, getting his big mitts up in Sam Levitt's face.
And the clock stops at 1:39. A 3rd down for Levitt and the Sun Devils, who once led 19-7. Levitt to the sideline, complete. The former walk-on in a big moment. Derek Eusebio moves the chains.
Another Texan from Plano against, again, a bunch of guys that he knows that played against. Great execution. 1st and 10, smooth as silk.
Underdog player on an underdog team. Eusebio with a big conversion. Let's stop the clock getting out of bounds. Just over a minute and a half to play. And Levitt on 1st down. He's taking a sideline shot that's over the head of Tyson. And Pollock right with him. Only 5 seconds come off the clock. 2nd down.
Bailey had a little twist game there. You gotta help these guys out. This is the best pass rush statistically in America. This is where you gotta get your chunk plays. You gotta be smart.
Jesus Gomez, career long of 57, getting warm on the sideline. He won them the Baylor game at the buzzer a couple of weeks ago.
31-9 off the edges.
2nd down, pressure picked up. It is caught, and Tyson couldn't work his way upfield. Stopped after the catch. Out at the 44 for a 3rd down ahead. 3 timeouts. Arizona State keeps him in their pocket with 1:15 and winding on the clock. 3rd down and 2. Levitt off target. And this game will come down to this play. 4th down and 2.
It looked like the left tackle again kind of just was early, and then the rush came earlier, just threw Levitt off. A little wrap up, maybe another tip for A.J. Holmes, and it all comes down to this.
Texas Tech came back to lead by 3. Arizona State on a 4th and 2 to decide the ball game right here. Levitt on the move. Levitt throws. It's caught by Tyson. In open space. Tyson reverses inside the 25. He trusts his best guy with the game on the line. Levitt to Tyson.
They bring pressure. He flushes out. Again, great awareness. We saw this earlier by Sam Levitt. He just makes a quick little glance to the sideline. I've got my guy, or do I run for the line to gain? I'm going to find my guy and set us up in business. That is a big-time play.
Needed 2 yards to keep the game going. They got 33 and are in field goal range, in position to tie.
Best on best again right there. Tyson against Pollock had the out route on as a quick outlet because they were bringing pressure. You see him wheel up the sideline, stay inbounds. Very smart by him. And great awareness again by Levitt.
Well, an incredible night of
What were you saying about drama?
I know, an incredible night ahead of Big 12 football with this game and the Holy War right after this on Fox. And you can only hope as a football fan that this is the appetizer to it.
Yeah, good luck if that's better.
Yep. It was Arizona State that took that timeout. So they burned their first of the half. And BYU, who plays next against Utah, also 3-0 with Cincinnati. Can Tyson Leavitt and Arizona State hand them their first loss, period, this year, after dominating their first 6 games? Leavitt gets set, rifles sideline, and it's Tyson on back-to-back plays. 33 on the 4th down. He got 7 on this first down.
It's beautifully designed. A vertical on the outside, clearing out, got room to run and attack Boyd. Those guys, they'll make that play about 99 times out of 100. Great job getting out of bounds as well, preserving time.
This has been the story of the game. Texas Tech forcing field goals in the red zone 3 times today. Do they have one more stand? Leading by 3. And stop this play before it begins.
Like Joey McGuire wanted to tuck this over.
Timeout. Texas Tech. This is their second of the half. Be a 30-second timeout.
Well, a game that will shape the college football playoff picture just into the second half of the season. And these are the close moments for Texas Tech on what could be a much bigger lead than 3.
Yeah, really 3 picks possible. That's the second time the ball popped up and went right to a Sun Devil. Here's the face mask, bang! The blocked punt that could have been a scoop and score situation, but they have answered and just kept playing.
So with that in mind, Texas Tech, turnover hungry, very good at the punch out. Where's the balance for Arizona State of ball security and the aggression to go win the game rather than tie it?
That's your guy right there, number 10. You trust 100% that guy. You know he's a gunslinger with a capital G. He wants to be the deciding factor in this game. He could do it with his feet. He's proven today he's 100% as close as possible. Can certainly do it with his arm. And you think you can stop it with your 4-man rush.
College Football Extra brought to you by Amazon is next. Off the back foot, Leavitt to the end zone, flags fly. It was Tyson that they targeted. He was locked up with Pollock. Those guys have been wrestling all day long.
Sure, where the D coordinator decides, let's bring 5 and play some man coverage. Pollock, they're just going to decide here whether this is a hold or a pass interference as to where it's enforced. So in the end zone, probably at the 2. Bring a 5-man pressure.
Pass interference. Defense.
No doubt about
it. The ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Foul occurs in the end zone as pass interference. As the ball's in the air, correctly enforced at the 2, saying literally, you can't hold me.
So everything now at play for Arizona State as far as the play call. First and goal, 2 timeouts.
Yep, 2 timeouts.
Plenty of time.
Whatever you want.
And Leavitt on the sneak. He stopped up. He gets a push, but he didn't get all the way there. That second surge almost brought him home. And now a timeout. The clock is still running. Now it stops.
They'll get that corrected. Texas Tech took that timeout.
The final timeout for Texas Tech.
Charge timeout. Texas Tech. This is the final timeout of the half.
Bounced it exactly like he did before.
Please reset
That
the game
time,
clock. It's 38
Ben
seconds.
Roberts and company
0,
recognized
3, 8.
this dude is tough, man.
Thank you.
All right. Talk strategy to me. Second and goal ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they've proven the ability to sneak this ball in. I would not be surprised in any way, shape, or form. You do that 2 more times, really. You could do that on 2nd down. You could do that on the 3rd down. And then after that, decide on the 4th down, kick, no kick kind of situation. But they have proven 100% to be able to dent this defense again with their backup offensive lineman, their 3rd center with McCool, Poulet.
There's Jesus Gomez. Will it come down to his kick?
Try not to let him play if you're Sam Leavitt.
Leavitt and the Arizona State offense cash it in. Or
and Big Lee Howard right over the ball. Deuce.
Levitt with a toss. It's Brown backing his way toward the goal line. He's in! Levitt jumping for joy as his back gets there for a late lead for the Sun Devils.
And right there, the entire defense wadded up to defend that QB sneak. Great counter punch, great execution on the toss play. And Raleek Brown, for now, is the hero.
Well, the guy that he's taken over for is the bell cow. Kyson Brown entered that picture as a proud back
Yes.
in that room together, out injured. And Gomez does get to kick, but instead
A PAT.
it's a PAT. And Gomez makes it that much tougher for Texas Tech. Now they need a touchdown. But Levitt and Tyson got him down there. It was Raleek Brown to the edge with a little push and a go-ahead touchdown.
Mateer and Tyson as well for the finish and a celebration. Dancing like you.
More like Boogie. So those thoughts of shenanigans post-game for Arizona State have re-entered their fans' heads. And a 4-point lead for Arizona State. It was 19-7 Sun Devils, and then in 1:45, Texas Tech turned this game on its head. Took the lead by 3. Arizona State on a 4th and 2. Hit a 33-yard play from Levitt to Tyson, and it was Raleek Brown on goal to go that has yet another undefeated team this weekend in college football right on the ledge. It was Miami last night. A couple undefeateds have gone down already today. And Levitt exuberant, as you'd expect after that go-ahead drive. That's a short kickoff to the 30-yard line, and Arizona State stops it up at the 34. So Will Hammond in for the starter, Baron Morton, compared today to his freshman year of high school. He was asked to start his first ever varsity game, and against the odds, won it 28-13. He's had to bring his team back, got him there, they lose the lead, and now it's on the shoulders of the redshirt freshman to keep that 0 in the loss column. There is a flag down, it's back.
Yeah, where it is, it'll be on the kicking team. It'll either be procedure or alignment.
Offside. Kicking team number 87. 5-yard penalty, and we will re-kick.
Okay, so Gomez will tee it up again. And a little extra time for Hammond to think.
Please reset the game clock to 32 seconds. 0-3-2.
No Baron Morton available. Their steady leader.
Thank you.
Morton out today with a leg injury. And Hammond with some critical runs, plus the go-ahead touchdown before Levitt snatched it right back for Arizona State.
Tech is switching around their back end guys, trying to get it full returner mode in all these spots where they could pooch this ball. ASU, there's a little bit of a different rhythm to the pooch kick for the kicker, probably leading to the guy just being a little bit too antsy.
And the deepest man closest to the bottom of the screen for you back home is the guy Arizona State would like to avoid. And Kobe Williams brought a kick back into plus territory and set up one of those scoring drives for Texas Tech. Penalty backed it up to the 30 for Gomez. Will go short and on the ground. Will Williams get a chance? No. It's Dickey instead, banging into his own guys, running some time off the clock here, and it ends up being a 5-yard difference. But 25 seconds now instead of 33 seconds. And it's on the shoulders of Will Hammond, who told us yesterday there are zero nerves coming into this spot. Hostile crowd stepping in for an established quarterback. He gets to put those words to the test right now.
They've got to get chunk plays here. 25, basically, desperation mode. Got to be chunks, clocks, out of bounds. ASU in full prevent mode, 3-man rush. The safety's about 32 yards from line of scrimmage.
Needing a touchdown, 25 seconds and no timeouts to keep the undefeated record alive. Hammond has to get the first down or get out of bounds, and he got both. And it did run some more time off the clock with 18 seconds. He got 12 yards, and only a handful of plays left in this game, Mark.
Yep. Depending how it plays out, right now it's 3-4. It's where, again, ASU is just trying to bait him into doing that. The DB's again about 35 yards deep now.
A 3-man rush for Hammond. Inside 15 seconds. He escapes again. Eyeing the sticks. He slides down to the first down. He's out across midfield. So definitely within range of getting to the end zone here.
Got to clock it.
With a deep throw down the field.
Run a play.
And he'll spike it. 3 seconds run off the clock on the spike. 7 seconds to go. So now does this throw have to go to the end zone? Or do you go sideline? What do you think?
There's a couple different modes you could do here. You can get a chunk, get down immediately. But 7 seconds left. There's some end of play, clear dig with the laterals. ASU is playing this as a last play. They have everybody back deep.
The entire student
they're going to
body.
take a timeout. Yep.
Timeout for Arizona State.
Right to the snap. Charge timeout. Arizona State. There'll be a 30-second timeout.
Dream.
Arizona State.
Say knock down, knock down, knock down. You're telling those DBs, got the bunch up top, and they're going to take a timeout to confirm everybody's 100% confident in their assignment.
Charge timeout. Arizona State. It's the third and final timeout of the half.
Kenny Dillingham telling his team right now, last play.
Yep.
This is it. Give me one more.
Everybody right there, it's fourth down, knock down. Bat the ball down, bat the ball down. Don't try to catch it. Don't try to, tip the ball up in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, those pass rush dudes, this is their moment to end the game. And if you're Will Hammond, give your guy a chance.
An embattled front for Arizona State last week has been strong all afternoon. Can Hammond give his guys a chance and get this to the end zone? The biggest start of his early college career, Will Hammond. And it comes down to one play. 3 seconds. Undefeated record on the line. Hammond for the ball game. Hammond extends. He lets it fly to the end zone. Who's down there? It's incomplete. The goalpost is coming down. Here come the students. And Arizona State hands Texas Tech their first loss.